What's good, y'all? Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into a very special edition of The Corner with your friendly neighborhood host. I am Cory Giles, along with...
I'm Hala, Maroc, and we always say we have a special guest, but we have a legendary guest.
Legendary. We have a queen in the building today.
Is that what I have?
Yes.
I am honored.
Yes.
Queen, fairy godmother.
we about to get to all of that right now, live from Dash Hollywood. So now, Miss S, whenever we have guests come to the show, I have to give them an elaborate introduction. And you have to let me know if this introduction fits you or not.
Okay.
I think this honestly might be the biggest introduction I've ever done in my life.
Okay.
If I get this wrong, my mom's not going to let me answer. Ladies and gentlemen, we have someone's music that has transcended decades. You talk about house. No, she's not only influenced house, she has influenced R&B. We're talking about Beyonce, Janelle Monáe. I'm sure there's somebody out there singing this song in their car, in the middle of somewhere with the windows down, screaming, "Show me love." We're talking about Billboard charting, all right? We talking about tributes need to be had. And when we talk about Robin, Batman don't matter. We only want this Robin, all right? We got the one and only legendary house, music overall, queen, the legacy.
Wow.
Robin that's in the building today with us.
I am here. I don't know about all that other stuff, but I'm here. And thank you. Thank you
But how
so
does it
much.
feel to just listen back to all of that and know the impact that you've made? I know you know, and you live in and embody it every day, but how does it feel to know that years later, it's just like that one song, that one move you made, that everything that it did for the industry?
Honestly, and I live on a corner of truth and transparency.
Yes.
I am just now feeling. I mean, it's 30 years, and I am just now feeling like those doors that I thought should have been open are just now opening. But nothing is ever done in our time. It's always done in God's time.
Yeah.
And in God's time, it's the right time.
Man, so how does it feel that you could actually just look back now? Does it feel like an out-of-body experience, probably looking at you many years ago, putting the music and everything into it, and now looking at the rewards?
I think that is the perfect way to express it, an out-of-body experience. Again, I always thought, okay, so let's just say from the beginning, I never prayed for fame and fortune. I said, God, if this is going to happen, it's not fame and fortune I'm looking for, it's longevity. And that He has definitely granted me. So now to, I guess, how can I say it? To be finally recognized amongst my peers when I used to be called, oh, that's that chick that sings house.
Wow.
For years, I was called that. And now, after 30 years, they finally know who I am. That's a wonderful feeling.
Talk about fun. People know who you are forever.
You know, you've been in my
Especially
home,
after me, you've been in my
whole
house, you've been in my
life.
car. Like, just literally, how does it feel to know that people and households have grown up on you?
It feels wonderful, especially when I'm doing concerts and I can see 3 and 4 generations in the audience. I have to stand and just thank God for the gift, because it is a gift to be relevant for 30 years. You know, I don't get angry, excuse me, I don't get angry when other people take Show Me Love and sing it. I don't get angry about that. You know why? Because of the relevancy. You know, what artist do you know that's been relevant for 30 years straight?
And congratulations, it is your 30-year anniversary. It's
Anniversary.
a beautiful thing.
Give that some nice
That only happens once. Let's take that in. Let's take that in.
I'm soaking that in.
Yes.
I'm soaking it in, honestly, because a lot of people didn't make it to see 30 years in the industry. And, on the real side, God has blessed me. You know, and I'm not ashamed to talk about God and the blessings that He's bestowed upon me, and with the blessings comes a responsibility.
Yes.
You know, and so I try to be as humble. Well, I don't try to be humble, but I am humble. Humility will always have its place in my life. And because I feel humble about everything, you know, he to whom much is given, much is required. So, you know, when things start happening and it seems like, oh boy, here we go, oh boy, here we go, I have to remember what I asked for.
Yes.
And I have to remember my prayers, you know, that I pray. And I try to accommodate everybody, you know. I mean, I've run into some snakes in the grass. That's the industry. I'm sorry, but it is the industry. But you have to have a sense of discernment, you know, to know, do I back up? No, I think I'm going to back up from you. Or do I move forward and say, okay, yeah, I feel comfortable around you, you know. So it's trial and error, test. Everything in life is a test. You just have to keep passing it.
So you said you've never prayed for fame or fortune, but when you were starting in your career, were you able to see, envision what would be going on in probably the next 10 to 15 to 30 years of your career?
I did. There was a pastor that I listened to, and he said, in order for you to make your dreams and your wants a reality, you have to be able to go to the end and turn around and look back. And this way you can fulfill things and it keeps you focused. And that's what I've been doing. My time in the industry has not always been good. I came from the era of where things were going on and the artist was just the artist and we didn't know behind the scenes, okay? And I had to learn, but my discerning spirit taught me a lot. And I mean, life in itself is a beast. You know, it's a beast. It's just straight out beast, okay? The things that you have to deal with every day. But it is a smart person that sits back. It is a wise person and a smart person who sits back and listens and takes it all in. Because at some point in time in your own lives, you'll experience that and you'll know how to deal with it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
And observing everything that you saw in the industry, because it's really transformed in the last 30 years, just the way people consume music, just what's popular now, how things get popular now. How do you feel, what do you owe your longevity to? You know, of course, you know, I do want to bring up the whole idea, the whole moment of Beyonce using the sample. What do you feel like keeps Show Me Love in people's minds the way it does?
Well, Show Me Love is that type of song that it hits every generation.
Yeah.
From a newborn to someone who's in 100 years old. Because love is the language of people. Love, God is love.
Yes.
Okay? And so he's centered around everything. And I can be upset with you, but when that song comes on, it brings good feelings.
Yes.
And you want to be able to, having to deal with life, you want to be able to bring about some good vibes. You know, everybody's working on vibes now. You know, vibes is a good thing. We're all centered around the vibes, and we're all centered, you know, finding our center, finding peace and all the stuff. This is the world that we live in now, right? But Show Me Love is one of those songs that you can take and put it in a time capsule. And all you have to do is change the music or change the beat of the time. Because the message is still the same.
And you knew this when you recorded it?
No, I didn't like the song when I recorded it.
You didn't like it?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Why you didn't like it?
I didn't like it because I used to sing with a band from the time I was 15. And the bands that I sang with were merengue bands, jazz bands, and R&B bands that did covers, okay? And the fastest song that I did was Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Donna Summer's Last Dance. Too hot, two hottest songs, right? So when they approached me with this song, I was like, I can't do this. It's moving too fast. I'm gonna trip up. I'm not gonna be able to move my lips that fast. I can't focus. I can't get into it, you know. And I tell the story all the time that I was like, no, I don't think I'm the person to do this. I'm not liking this. Take it home, they told me, practice on it, and come back and let us know. I did just that. I did it so much my kids were so tired of hearing it by the time it came out. They were like, do we have to listen to this song anymore? But I took it home, I practiced on it, and I went back and I said, no, this is not me. It's not me. Can't do it. No, can't do it. No, no, no. We believe that you can do it. Take it home. So what I did is I lyric by lyric, line by line, verse by verse, however you want to say it. I took it apart and I tried to figure out within the song, where was my life? How is it applicable to my life? What is it that I've been through that makes me feel this way? And so I went back and we did the weekend thing and staying in the studio. And then I caught the flu.
Ooh.
And so what you hear now is, especially with that note, I just didn't want to do it no more. So I did that note to clear my throat, to get the
Get some stuff out.
all the stuff up out of there, the frogs and all that stuff. And they kept that note.
Yeah, like what? I don't know.
And that's the note that everybody
The
knows
infamous.
the song by. Right. And like there were the original version did not have it on there because it was never meant to be on there. And then, a lot of the ad libs that are on there, stuff that I wrote, but it just feels weird now. It feels weird. It feels weird because I get a little emotional because 30 years, it's like 30 years. And you think people have forgotten about you. Show Me Love is a generational song.
Yeah.
And it will never, ever, it'll live longer long after I'm gone. They'll still be playing Show Me Love.
It's definitely a huge part of your legacy. Do you ever feel a way when people only attach you to that? Like, are there certain things you're like, well, they didn't catch this, they didn't see me do that?
Ma'am. Oh, yes,
Talk
ma'am.
about it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have been living in a box for 29 years.
Oh, man.
Okay? No one wanted to hear anything else but Show Me Love. And I'm saying to myself, okay, well, Show Me Love came out when I was 30. It is 30 years. Can I get older now gracefully? Can I grow up now?
Right.
I'd like to grow up, but they kept me in a box. And I used to introduce new songs to people, but all they wanted to hear
You're like,
was
that's
Show
nice,
Me
but
Love. I'm like, I'm so much more
yeah.
than Show Me Love. And it doesn't take anything away from the song, by no means. But can I get older? Can I grow? Can I become an adult now? Can I become an adult? I have 3 grown kids. I'm a grandmother. Can I finally grow up?
Right.
Now,
I have some other things to say.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, but nobody wants to hear that. But now it feels like the lock is off the box.
Yes.
And I feel so much freer
I love that metaphor.
than I have ever been.
Well, you do have a new song coming out. Will drop today.
Yes.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday,
New
everybody.
Robin S.
Hey, Robin S. Talk
Yes.
about it. Before we get to your new song, fun fact about me, I love giving you all you got. That was the one you did on the Space Jam
Give me
soundtrack.
all.
That
that
was-
was big.
Well, there's some history behind
That
one.
song is
That song was written in 20 minutes.
for
Yeah.
real?
Yeah, I went into the studio with Todd Terry to do another song for my album, the second album, called, I think it was We're In This Together. And while we were, on break, just breaking it down a little bit, Todd says, I have something I want to play for you. He says, let me know what you think about the music. And so, that's how I generally work. I go and organic things just happen. I let the instruments speak to me and tell me what it's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So when he played it for me, and I just started singing the hook. He was like, really? I said, come on, let's just do it. Let's just do it. And in 20 minutes, we had all of the parts in. I had a background singer with me at the time, so she did some of the backgrounds, and I did the backgrounds, and all the parts were done in 20 minutes, and it was a song.
Wow.
It was a song. It was meant to go somewhere, but obviously it went where God wanted it to go.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But that's what puts you on so many people's radars. Like
Yep.
being on like that soundtrack is like a whole other
Legendary.
audience, you know.
So
So
yeah,
so that's amazing.
like I did Mouse House
Mhm.
for the kids.
Yeah.
You know, Colors of the Wind.
Mhm.
So and I love that because it felt good. It was fun.
Yeah.
You know, I did some songs with Junior Vasquez. It's I've been doing songs forever. I've never gone anywhere. I just
Catalog crazy.
yeah,
No, seriously.
yeah.
I'm
Because you
trying
know,
to
in your life, in your lifespan, there are seasons, and when you're not visible to people, that's your season for preparation.
Mhm.
You know, it's definitely your season to plan things, to set things in motion. So when that season of appearance comes, you're ready. Gotta get ready so you don't have to. You know,
Definitely
gotta
agree.
be ready so you don't
You
have
don't
to
gotta
get
get
ready.
ready.
Stay
Yeah.
ready,
Right,
you don't gotta
right.
get
Yep,
ready.
that's a gem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a gem.
Definitely a gem. Let's get back on this new song. Hala.
Yes. So as I was saying with this, even the Space Jam example, which was a great one, I think it's dope that you kind of like step out of your box and you do these different collaborations and you're not afraid to like do like the intergenre like fusions that you've done.
No.
Yeah.
So working with a
Yeah.
new hip hop artist or fairly new seasoned hip hop artist, Young Gray. I don't know how you guys connected. I'm like, how did this happen?
Yes, let's hear
This
the story.
music is magical.
I think it was fate
Yes.
because honestly, I can't really. Y'all don't
It's
judge.
okay.
Don't
We're not
judge
judging
me,
you.
okay?
I know he brought you out to
We're not
Nashville.
judging you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but how it happened was he sent the song, and I'm saying, okay, where we going with this?
Yes.
And he and I have had conversations about it, and we laugh. I was like, okay, so what am I supposed to do with this, right? So I would listen. I don't listen. The rule of thumb for me is that I don't listen to the songs that I receive too much. Because if I listen to the way you do it and the way you want it, I'll go in the studio and sing it the way you do it and the way you want it, and it won't be me.
Mm-hmm.
So I listen to it once or twice, cut it off, think about it a little bit, and I don't listen to it again until I go into the studio. So, played the song, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go off of his vibe because I'm really not knowing what kind of vibe we're doing here.
Yeah.
So the first round of the song, it wasn't what he wanted, and he wanted something a little bit. Now this is the thing: everybody wants a show me love. Everybody wants something that has a little bit of show me love or hyped up a little bit more. So when we got the information back, and I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here again. Okay, so I go into the studio again. Literally told my producer, okay, just play it. I didn't know what I was gonna say. Didn't know what I was gonna sing. Did not know the melody of what I was doing. And literally, I'm in the studio saying, okay, play that first half for me. Play the first half. And I'm listening to the first half. And me and my phone. I'm ready, hold on. And I'm writing down the words. Okay, let's record this part. New words, totally new melody, everything.
But you spiced it up, like
Yeah.
yeah.
And so when you play it again, I'm keeping it in my head that okay, he wants something different on the second go round. All right, play the second half. Start typing. Words are coming. I'm typing them on my phone, and okay, I'm ready. Let's record this part. And that's how it was done. I was like, I don't know what he wants, but I'm gonna give him this, And we talked about that, and we laughed about it because it's the organic thing that always works for me.
Yes.
I can't go in and okay, well, let's practice this song and let's do. No, I come from an era of a band, okay, and when a band recorded, we didn't have practice. You went off the fly, and you sang from the heart. And then I came from a recording stage where the first take is always the best take because it has the emotion, the grit, the discernment, the concernment, the rawness, everything. So I always tell people just record. Don't tell me you recorded, and just record, and we'll keep what we need and throw away the rest. So I didn't know what he needed, but thank God, the second one was the one he wanted. So
Yeah. That's a dope creative
That's
process.
great,
Thank you for
yo.
sharing that.
So how do you feel about the advancement in recording? Like you've seen it just grow into so many different things. As you said, it started with a live band, but now I could open my MacBook, hit a button, and give you a band.
I like live instruments. I love live, and that is the ultimate for me. I mean, I grew up singing with the band from the time I was 15. So in my head, I don't like to stop when the song stops. I like to break it down. I like to give them a little bit more vibe, more feel. I love when the bass and the drums are connected. You know, I love it when the kick drum and the bass are working together, and it just creates a mood. It's something about live instruments that create a mood that electronics just can't do.
So
I
are
have
you
to
against?
stop this for a genuine moment. Gray's calling. Young Gray.
What's up?
Hey, brother.
It's the most beautiful lady in the world. What's
How
up?
are you? How you doing?
Doing good, just hanging out, man. Another day.
Congrats. Congrats to us.
I know, right? Heck yeah. I'll tell you this. Like I've been looking. This is going. I promise.
It's going.
It's out
I like
here.
that.
It's
I like
out
that.
here.
It's going.
We're here shooting the show. I just wanted to tap into you. I know you wanted to speak, and I didn't want to ruin the moment or anything. We were just talking about how the song was made. So you want to introduce it?
Yeah. Well, the title of the song is called Live Tonight. It's with me and Robin, which is the queen of all queens. Yeah. When it first was made, it had that 90s type of feel and that get up, like very happy type of a record. I did what I can do, and most importantly, Robin put the
Yeah, she told us, she sent it. She said she wasn't with it. I'm doing my own thing.
I told him the story that we talked about and laughed about you sending it. I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this.
She did it, and that's why she's the best in the game. So yeah, this is the most excited I've ever been for a record drop. Period.
And you've done a lot of stuff. You've done stuff with Snoop. You've done stuff with Wiz Khalifa, a bunch of people. So it's amazing to see you jumping into this EDM house world. So congratulations. And you did it in a huge way.
Yes, major way right there, man. You cannot escape that nice little cheat code you have.
Yes. All right, we're going to wrap up this interview and play your song and get into it, and then we'll hit you back.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Yeah, just whatever. I'll be around.
Okay.
All right.
Congrats!
Yes. So, would you ever have a problem with somebody using your vocals with AI to make more music without your consent? Because AI is becoming the whole big
I
thing.
would. Yeah, I would.
Oh.
You know,
that's
okay,
fine.
so let me just say this to you. Although I don't agree with, and I'm not going to go into it deeply, although I don't agree with the lifestyle of R. Kelly, I do commend him because he brought the Isley, although the Isley brothers never went anywhere, he put them back in the forefront. Okay, so you have to give credit where credit is due. When you're going to do someone's song, it's so much easier and so much nicer, and the respect is given when it's done correctly.
That's a fact.
You know, we all are supposed to learn and grow from each other. That's what it's all about. This whole industry of oneness in the music industry is a bunch of crap. Okay? Because just like you're sitting here and you're learning nuggets from me, I'm sitting here and I'm learning nuggets from you. And this is what life is all about. This is how you flourish. This is how you prosper. But to do someone's song and not give them homage or not contact them and say, I'm getting ready to do your song, I just out of respect wanted you to know. Okay? That's the greatest gift ever. Okay? The greatest gift ever. Sometimes they don't feel obligated if you are not the primary writer on the song. I understand that. That's why I don't get angry, because in one way it's industry driven, then in the other way it's you giving me my props and I'm staying relevant. So when Jason Derulo did Show Me Love, I just looked at it and said, well, it would have been nice if he would have called me,
Yeah.
if he would have reached out, but okay, I got more shows from this. Okay?
So what do you do in that instance? Did your people reach out, or is it just kind of like it is what it is?
It is what it is, because people are going to be people.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize that it may not be him, that it may be, you know, his people. And so I don't get mad because I get more shows out of it.
Right.
When Chris Brown did it, okay,
Which you said is your son in your head.
he's my son in my head. Yeah, of course it didn't bother me. He's my son in my head.
So go ahead.
You know, it would have been nice, still would have been nice, but it didn't bother me because it gave me more shows for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna ask this question: who do you know? Think about this now. Who do you know that has been relevant for 30 years?
You,
Not
Michael
too many
Jackson.
people. Not too many people.
Not too many, right?
Mm-mm.
Right. Not too many, and that's because of other artists. So, in essence, I'm saying thank you to them. You may not have considered me, but thank you, because I've been relevant, and I've been living just like you living.
That's a great way to put it. So I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Don't get mad at me. I
Okay.
have to ask you.
What we doing?
What is your favorite remix or remake of your song? What version you like? Because there's so many versions and so many times it's been sampled. Which one you listen to like, yo, I just love it?
Actually, I don't know if you've heard it. It's by DJ Immaculate.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah, from
Oh,
Real People, yeah.
I'm gonna
DJ
check that
Immaculate.
out.
You're gonna
Yeah.
have to check that out because that one is on point.
Oh man, I'm gonna listen to that after this because I'm a DJ and I play your stuff everywhere, club town, and it still goes off. Like that's like a prime time song
Well,
in high energy clubs still.
let me give you this tidbit then. And I know we're here talking about the song with Gray and everything. And no disrespect, but I've got singles waiting to come out for the rest of the year.
Ooh.
I actually had one with Crystal Waters that I just did. I have a single that's out now with James Worthy. It's called What About You? That dropped on the 5th of June. Our song, Gray and my song, dropping today. And I've got stuff coming out for the rest of the year. So I had my
Ready.
season of preparation,
Yes.
okay? And so now my season of showing is
You're in motion.
So-
yeah, I'm in it now.
Yeah.
I am so in it.
We
I
can tell.
am higher than I am shoulder length in it, okay?
Yes. Yes.
So are we gonna expect these works? Are you just gonna put out singles? Or are you gonna hit us with a full project, a full body of work?
I like doing singles. I would love to do a full body, but I don't
Need
know. We
that.
live in an age now where, you know,
We need that though.
you dip in and you dip out and make them want more.
That's
You
true,
know?
too.
Yeah. People's attention spans.
There
too,
is, it's not long at all.
like. Yes.
And I like to dip in, do what I do, come on back. How much you want?
Mhm.
I'm gonna dip in again. I'm gonna give you
Mhm.
that again.
Mhm.
How much you want? And I think when I see a consistency of doors opening, then maybe yeah. But give them a little bit. You know, it's like a tease. I'm giving you a little bit. Marinate on that for a little bit. I'll be back.
Yeah.
And give them another little dip of it, and you do something else, and then you look at them and go, hold please.
I'll be back.
You know, I'll be back. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I like that right now. You know, I mean, who would not love to do an album? I don't know anyone who wouldn't love to do an album, but timing is everything.
Mhm.
And with all the new artists that are coming out, all the new ones who are trying to get into the industry, all the seasoned artists that are in the industry, it's a lot of people.
You know, because house is literally has a rebirth
Resurgence.
right now.
Right.
Are there any new house artists, pop artists that you want to co-sign or that you see that you're impressed with or you want to work with?
I wouldn't mind working with any of them,
Mhm.
first of all. I do have, I'm going to have to say my seasoned ones that have been in the industry longer than I have and as long as I have. you know, like the Barbara Tuckers, Anaya Day. You know, I've done the song already with Crystal. Just to name a few, Martha Wash. You know, people. I have to give props to my peers that I grew up with, because let me just correct this whole myth about resurgence and rebirth of dance music. We never went anywhere.
No, that's true.
We just were never recognized.
Right.
And it wasn't until Drake and Beyonce did a dance album. Oh wow, there's dance music. Okay. Oh wow, it just.
But even them doing it shows you that it never went away, because they follow what the kids want. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And the thing is that the youth now, they want the feeling we had.
Yeah.
You know, they're tired. For the majority of them, they're tired of, you know, the lyrics on some of these songs, and they just want to feel good. They want to be happy. They want to be taken away, and that's what dance music does. It takes you away. It makes you forget about all your cares, all your worries. It just takes you to another level in your head. I'll deal with that later. Let me just groove for right now, you know? And that's why you have a lot of neo soul people coming out, because what neo soul does is it takes you to a place where there's enlightenment. Okay? Yes, I'm going to speak on not liking something or being unhappy or you treating me this way, but I'm also going to show you a way out. Okay? It's that vibration.
Yeah.
That's what neo soul does to you,
Yeah.
right? Dance music just kind of puts you in that phase of, I am just not dealing with it right now. Everything else is backseat, because what I feel right now takes precedence. And so, who doesn't want that? With think of it, all the stuff we've been through, COVID, losing people, you know, people losing jobs, people losing homes. They don't want to think about that 24/7.
That's a fact.
They want to be taken away. They just want to float. And that's what dance music does. So it's not a resurgence. It is, we've never gone anywhere.
A new
It's just,
appreciation.
we don't get that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I will take that.
Yeah.
We don't get the accolades that most R&B artists get. We do not get the validation. That's the word I'm looking for. The validation that most artists get. And I pray that this go round, it opens up doors for us that should have been opened a long time ago. Okay? The one thing about dance artists is that I would have to say that we can, and I know I'm being a little prejudiced about it, but I think we can handle any song and we can sing any song that's given to us. Okay? You can take a good R&B song and you can turn it into a dance song.
Yes.
All right? But the longevity of notes, because R&B artists start down here, and then they have that plateau of singing, and then they're at the end of the song they're up here. We start up here.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay? We start here, we stay here, and then we go there. So the out singing of certain things, I think we can. I think we can handle anything that's given to us, because we have trained our vocal cords 30 years. And I do get people saying when they see me, oh, she's not singing, she's lip singing. Let me set this straight. I'm like Prince. When I get on that stage, it's all me.
Ooh.
I don't lip sync at all.
Okay.
I will not do a show if they want me to lip sync. It is all me, all the time, every time. So, and that's not bragging or boasting. That's
you're
just
talking your talk,
sure
that's a
of who I
fact.
am. Okay.
I almost want to ask you to do the infamous
Yeah.
infamous note right now.
Oh, that long note.
Yes.
Oh Lord Jesus.
She's like, no, not yet.
So you gotta.
But I will do this. I will say this.
Yes.
So baby, if you want me, you got to show me love. Words are so easy to say. Oh, you got to show me love.
No auto-tune. Y'all heard that was
You just
good.
made my life.
Yo, this is crazy. Yo, I'm sure we're gonna come back here in another 20 years and talk about this,
No,
because this is
seriously.
definitely a moment in the vibe. You gotta promise you gotta come back and see us again.
I definitely will.
Yes,
Like,
and
you
we're on
definitely
the
gotta
East Coast usually. So anytime you
Oh,
in New York, let
That's
us
my
take you
home.
out.
That's
I
my
know.
home.
Yeah.
I want to just, I know you're busy, about to be doing shows all over the place. I was
Yeah.
talking to Paris. He's like, get her now or don't get her. I'm
As long as you tell my son in my head.
gonna tell him to pull up, right?
Right, pull up.
I got you.
That's
I
right.
got
Pull
you.
up. That's
I
right.
got
He's
you.
laughing at me, but yes, that's my son. My son is gonna be mad at me. But yeah, he's my son in my head.
Well, before we go, we have 2 stable questions on the show.
Yes.
Our first one is, what is the peak and the pit of your journey so far?
Ooh, the pit is let's do the bad first. The pit is not being recognized and watching everyone else move up on the food chain,
Yeah.
and you just standing there going like, what about me? The pit is being taken for granted as a writer, and sometimes I purposely did not when I was with the label, let them know I could write. Because one thing for sure is that I was not sure of my ability, my worth. Okay, when you're not sure of your worth, people take advantage of you. Okay, and that's what 30 years has taught me. Know your worth.
Yeah.
I didn't write when I was with the label because I didn't want them to have any of my publishing. And I write poems, and that's what songs come from, poems. The peak of what I'm doing now is I'm loving every bit of what I'm writing because I now have control of the writing and how songs are done, and that's so important to an artist. I'm not just an artist. I'm a writer. I'm a songwriter. I'm a song arranger. I do vocal arranging, and I'm just all in it now. So in the beginning, I had a baby toe in it. A baby toe. That's literally what I had in it. Do this, do that, go here, go there. I was a puppet.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm a puppet master.
Okay.
Okay.
Love to hear that.
And now I have my whole body in it. My whole body. And the things that I'm doing right now, it surprises me because I never thought that I could. And yeah, she didn't think that she could, but she did.
Oh man.
Who discovered you? Who gave you that start, that spark? Who saw the spark in?
A lady by the name of Shirley Govan out of New York. She's out of Brooklyn, and she was managing an artist at the time. His name is Dennis Taylor, and she came down to the clubs where I was, and she said, I have some people that I want to introduce you to. And I was like, okay, I'm doing my thing live. I've been singing with a band since I was 15. So that's where I learned how to become an entertainer. People always say, okay, she gets on the show, and I'll kick off my shoes in a heartbeat because I can't function. Shoes are meant to be worn, this is true. But when you have a large stage and you have to go and it's only you on the stage, and you have to go from this side to this side and sing in between and focus, shoes start hurting, they come off.
Yeah, get grounded.
They come off. I can't handle all of that at one time and remember words, okay? So I've learned how to become an entertainer by singing with the bands, right?
Yeah.
And I like to mess with people in the audience. I figure you have, and I've always said, you have less than 5 seconds to judge the people that you see. Okay, well, that person doesn't think I can sing, and that person is folding their arms like this, like, yeah, whatever. And this person is feeling good, so I don't need to mess with them. I need to mess with the one that's folding the arms and standing up against the pole looking at me like I'm crazy, right? So I'll say crazy things on the stage to them, like, okay, so you heard this first song, you see what I look like. I'm not accustomed to people standing there staring at me. I have conversation with people, and sometimes I bring people up on the stage, and sometimes I hold the mic down and let them sing because I wouldn't be there if it were not for them, and so I want people to go home saying, dang, that was good, or have a moment you know what? I got up on stage with her and it felt good. And yeah, I want that. I want that. That is a must for me. If you can't be personable with the people that paid to see you, then you're in the wrong line of business.
That's definitely a fact. You were dropping gems
Yeah.
today.
The whole interview,
The
gems,
whole
gems,
interview,
gems.
man.
It's me.
So-
I can only be the person that I know how to be.
I like how you put that. So, in terms of that, it's time for our second staple question.
Okay.
You're from New York, so we
Mhm.
already know you've been to the bodega, the corner store.
Mhm.
You step over the cat, you say hello to the op, you go down the aisles. What are Robin S's top 5 corner store picks?
Ginger ale, Canada Dry ginger ale.
All right.
Gosh, it depends on the mood I'm in. You know, Funyuns.
Okay, too. That's some new.
Let's see what else. If it's a day where I want to be healthy, then it's all healthy stuff. Maybe a banana.
Okay.
But if it's a day where I just want to be me, yeah, some M&Ms,
Okay, that's a good point. Got one more.
water. Of course, that's when I want to be healthy.
Okay.
But I'm a ginger ale drinker. You know, I like ginger ale.
All right.
Yeah.
So now we know to have those items next time you come visit us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then some.
Man.
I really appreciate this. Thank you.
No, we
So
appreciate
much.
you and thank you for everything. Please don't be a stranger. Make sure you pull back up on us.
I will.
Yes.
I definitely
Your
will.
family, we're connected
Friend of the
now.
show.
Listen, let me tell you.
Yes.
When I get that award, it's when it finally comes.
It's coming.
It's gonna come.
Oh, when it finally comes.
It's
Even if
coming.
I gotta make one myself.
A great day. I have a long speech. It's gonna be a great day.
I can see it now.
It's 30 years worth.
Facts.
But you know what? So really, it really hit my heart is when SWV and I came out around the same time, and when they were honored, I felt every bit of it. It came at a time where they felt like they were being overlooked, that everybody else was getting honored, everybody who came out after them were getting honored, and they felt like, well, what about us? We dug up some ground, you know, in our time, and I felt every bit of it. I understood exactly what they were saying.
Yeah, well, you deserve all your flowers, you and your beautiful spirit and your energy and all the generations that you touch. So thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for giving us the opportunity and coming on the
Have you.
platform.
Thank you.
And the many more generations you will touch.
I pray.
Once again, it was the wonderful Miss Robin S. pulling up right here. This is a special interview right here on the corner. Hip hop culture at your convenience with your friendly neighborhood host. I go by Cory Giles, along with.
I'm Hala Maroc.
I like that. We go.
Bye.